Hello viewers, Brad here. Just wanted to check in, chime in before we start this week's video. Last week's video that should have come out on the Saturday. As you would have known, as you would have seen, if you stopped by the channel last weekend, yes, we did have a bit of a family emergency at home with a pretty quick moving grass fire that put my parents' property at risk. Luckily, with the help of the community, there would have been 20 vehicles there with water tanks on the back. Everyone jumped in and helped out while the CFA were getting there, and all the efforts they done, the water bombing aircraft, all that sort of stuff. Luckily, or unfortunately, the only property damage was to the stubborn old cocky that started the fire. Welding of a set of stockyards on a total fire ban day, that's going to do it. I think it's just a case of too many people think it's not going to happen to me, and unfortunately for that fellow, it happened to him. Friday was his day. So he lost a couple of hay sheds that were full of hay. It wasn't a bad harvest this year, so all that's gone. He almost lost his house. If it wasn't for the helicopter and the fire bombers, that could have been a loss of the house as well. And sadly, 300 head of sheep had to be put down, which that was fun trying to do that. Yeah. Although not as fun as the poor bastard there in the excavator now that's digging the big hole to bury them all, but that's we don't need to go there. Just a thank you to everyone that reached out, the well wishes and all that. It is all good. We're all safe. The CFA stayed on the scene for all night just to make sure nothing would spark up. There was rain and storms forecast. That night, unfortunately, all that rain went south, so I don't think we got any rain over the weekend, even though it was forecast. But I don't watch a lot of news. I didn't realise at the time about the fires that are burning up in the Central Coast, New South Wales. Tasmania's getting hit pretty bad at the moment, and there's even a fire at Markwood further south of us. I didn't even know it was burning either. It's just, you watch on the TV and that sort of thing, and you don't really, it's not personal. But Friday it was, it was a pretty emotional day. There were, there was some tears of absolute helplessness as I was breaking more than one road rule to get to my parents' property to help out. Not just to try and help them save what they could, but just to stop, again, a stubborn old man from doing something that he shouldn't. And in the end, it was mother that was the bad one. She was sitting there out in the paddock trying to get cattle into the stockyards instead of grabbing what she could out of the house and just getting out. They're typical farmers. Their love for the animals overrode the basic survival function just to pack up and get out of the fire's path. So gratefully, nothing eventuated from it. So yeah, anyway, so yep, that's what happened Friday. If you haven't seen it, the video is up. It's the last video that was uploaded to everyone apart from the two members' videos, so go back, have a look at that, and we'll get into the video that should have been on the weekend. Another single drop video in Canberra. Hope you enjoy all the like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you again in the next video. broom. Hello YouTube, Brad here back. One of thousands of Aussie truckies call Highway 31 their workplace. Not there today. We are in Canberra, South Canberra, in the suburb of Fyshwick. Those that are seen videos on the channel before, you'll know here we are obviously at Canturf, Canberra turf. We've got 5 pellets of some seed and some other paraphernalia we're dropping off here. Looks like we're going to be busy following this truck in, but we're yeah, sunny Canberra. Summer is definitely here. Again, the members, the Offsiders, those viewers of the channel would know we've been here a few times before. I'd like to welcome in the members, the Smoko Club, the Coffee Fund, and of course the channel supporters, the channel tip level as well. All memberships down the details. Mobile devices now have the ability to hit the join button, so if you want to buy me a coffee for the month, the Coffee Fund's there. We're going to stop for Smoko somewhere. Hours and hours and hours of extra content there in the members only area at the Offsiders Roadhouse. So it worked last week, so I'm spruiking it again. See if we can get a couple more join up. So yes, for some of yous, you've seen this before, you know what's going on here, but for some reason still, YouTube's telling me anyway, that about 80% of people that are going to watch this video are new to the channel and haven't seen anything that's come before it. So for the 20% that have seen Canturf before, it's a little bit of suck eggs, but I apologise for that. So some of that 20% are Offsiders as well, so you don't mind watching a bit of stuff. What am I going to do here? All my freight's on the front. My 5 pellets are on the front of the trailer, so we might come down and nose up to this way bridge, although he's about to go, so we might swap spots here. Go down and back around this double. It is a different site. I think the last time I filmed coming in here it was midwinter, and that was just all white from frost. One of those fantastic -6 degree mornings here in Canberra. Maybe I shouldn't have gone this way. Anyway, we're going exploring. That other truck's leaving now, so it gave him time to get out of the way. I'm going here for a little bit of a look-see. Hopefully that means too, if there is someone here to assist in the unloading process, they're going to focus on that truck, and I can throw a camera on the forklift and show you a bit of the unloading process. Also might mean too, he's going to go and get the newer forklift, which is fine by me, I don't mind. There's an old Toyota forklift here. It's a bit more rugged, a bit more character, you might say, but we'll probably jump on that. Although as soon as I say that, I can only see the new forklift there, so maybe not. We may be waiting for him to unload. Dang it. Quickly throw in too, if you are going back and checking out some older videos, the Offsiders know this. I've been absolutely slammed with about 20 copyright strikes or copyright ineligibility for advertising and that over the last week from one particular theme or tune I used to play in particular. That was all through my videos, especially in the early days, so pretty much, you know, every video from vlog 12 all the way up to 52 has now been marked ineligible for ad revenue. So we're going to tone back on the music in the background for a little bit in case absolutely needed. Now we've got another truck. It's getting busy. So if you do go back and watch an older video and notice that there is video with no music in the background, that's probably why I've removed it, just so that video can keep on getting monetized. But I've stopped doing it now because very little of those videos get views. Morning. Hey. How you going?
Good. I just want to get to that now, mate.
Oh, righty-o.
It's been a while since you've been out to Universal. Are you going to get the shit back?
Bugging fine, no. Alright. Alright. Go and open it up at least and wait in line. Let's get some freight off. 3 years ago I started driving with this mob after being off the highway for a little bit. 2 years ago, or after a year of being in the job, I decided, hey, why don't I start filming my escapades on the highway? And here we are 2 years later. Couple of thousand subscribers, over 100 videos out, 500,000 views, and some kick-ass members. What else could you ask for in a channel? Back here and get a shot of this 950. Look at that. Nice. Just nice and simple. Oh, rough. Don't need all the bling. It's still got to work. She got a putty cat in her too. Guess a C15. Last Canturf the W model I drove at a C15 in it. Luckily it was in a 1983, 84 W model, so no speed limit or nothing. Used to go well and truly above 100. And pull too. Pull like a bulldozer.
Shake hands with danger.
Damn it, I did move forward here earlier to let the truck into the fuel bowser. May have put myself in a little bit of a precarious position here, but
some friends I used to know.
we'll see how we
Here
go.
to them I'm lucky to be just 3-finger Joe.
Problem with these trailers, they're made for squeezing every bit of freight in, yet being undersized. Supposed to be able to fit 6 pallets up here. If the freight was inside the pallet, you probably could, but the fact that all these bags and the pallets bulge, oh, that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign at all. We're about to lose it. I'll leave that one there. So we'll put the one out beside it. I'm not really in a good position here. Anyway, we're going to see how we go. Just wedged in there that hard. Go the other way, I'll push him over. Run away with our front one up. See if we can get bogged here. Tallest one is going to be the one we have to take off on the rickety side. It's already wanting to lean downhill. Get him down on ground level, that'll help us out a little bit. Made that look very, very hard. Hopefully we can retrieve that last one without it going everywhere. It's not looking good. I'll be next to this Canturf when that cat's fires up. Check out the swan up the front with the Santa zip tied to it. I'll go very slowly. Santa Claus on the swan. Nice. It's always a problem with any of the freight like this in these bags. Yeah, it's wrapped in plastic, but just the bang bang banging on the highway, they just bulge out even more. All of a sudden they're beyond the diameter of the pellet they're put on. And they just sandwich themselves in the trailer, which is a complete and utter pain in the butt. Go up over this hump. I should just back the truck up a bit. Hopefully I can recover it and I haven't pushed it over too far now. So that'll be our next concern. And we've sprung a leak. Cracked maize. Premium grain, eh? Dropping popcorn all over the ground. Typical. Well, I don't know how it's always on the driver's side that stacks get hit and knocked back. I think normally it's the passenger side because you're hitting trees and low branches and stuff in suburbia. So 950 Tradition, that might be one of the last Kenworths that the last trucks that Kenworth put a cat in before before she all went to Cultures. Got him. It was like that when I got here, officer, I swear. We're not going to hear it fire up though, eh? Rightio, so that was Canturf. And we got to listen to that big putty cat take off as well. Unfortunately not flat out, but anyway. It's okay, Mr. Tesla, there's a whole paddock here. EVs. When will they learn? So I hope all that worked. I have done some narrated unloading before for the Offsiders. Again, check out some of the other videos. Only a short one again today. If you are interested in some longer stuff, some of the full on the road or day on the road videos, pretty much any video that's over 40 minutes long is probably going to be a on the road video or a full day, and then they just get longer from there, where we go south to Hume, which we done in last week's video. You can go back and check that one out. And occasionally, or quite often, do a few drops along the way on the way home. Freight to Coolac, fair bit to Gundagai, some to Yass. Pick up fertiliser for the big green warehouse at Yass and sometimes deliver that. Which strangely enough are some of my most viewed videos whenever I'm going to Bunnings to deliver, but unfortunately, I'm pretty sure everyone now has been hit with that same piece of music, which has been fine for 2 years. It's just now, obviously, the artist that created that music and had once had it on YouTube as copyright-free, royalty-free music, has either got himself a bit successful or fell in hard times and decided he wants to license his music. So unfortunately for me and probably many others, because I have heard that track on other videos across YouTube, not just vlogs, but there's probably a few people that are going to be disappointed that they can't use that music anymore. But pretty good day getting out of here for once. I reckon the record's about 25 minutes I've waited to get out just because of the traffic. Might be because it's nearly 9 o'clock. That's probably why everyone's already at work. And YouTube does have a editing tool that you can place in some of their music, but they've got the same problem. All their music they use is licensed to have it in the video. You got to copy all the licensing agreement and put in the description, and there's no guarantee that again in 12 months time that artist might say, well, no, I don't want to be free anymore. Plus there's no editing of the music itself. It's just, here's a clip, throw it in. You can't have it fade in, fade out, or any of that interesting editing stuff behind the scenes. But anyway, luckily for me, 9 o'clock, well, we're a bit later than we should be, but 9 o'clock, we're heading south. We're going to head back out to Highway 31. That's all. I put 12 pallets of return freight on at Hume this morning. That's going back to home. There is nothing for me to do between here and there, so we might end the video out here. Thanks a lot for watching. Again, subscribe, like, all that YouTube stuff that they want you to do but then ignore when you actually do it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and hope you come back for the next time when we once again venture up Highway 31 and do a little trucking on the east coast of Australia. Look at that, that's timing. Going out on a video just as the lights go green and you start to head home. See you guys.